I got 3 different watches. See my haters.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. A moment here to see the numbers for Bam Adebayo.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Powell, then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Mitchell in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, inside we'll see Kamara and Klingon. Avdia out there with Drew Holiday, and it's Grant in at the small forward. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Now here's Powell. Miami moving it around. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Kamara. Avdia against Hero. Avdia passes to Grant. 6 on the shot clock. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Avdia. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good.
Yeah, nice dish there by Grant. Playing unselfishly and putting the team ahead of himself.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." BA, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. So it's Portland now, following the three-point basket by Miami. Here's Grant. It doesn't go for him. Oh, great D that time from Powell. And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player. And the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most.
And it's the Blazers with the ball. Miami making their last shot to the middle. Wiggins with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Ball's going up the court. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
That is a big-time finish by Wiggins right there. I love when he finishes with that type of authority.
Back to Holiday. Pass to Graham. Five to shoot. They need this. Rebound Miami. They defeated Washington in their last game.
They really had a strong night shooting the basketball. They got hot and stayed hot.
Well, I just thought they had the tempo exactly where they wanted it. To me, that was the difference in the game.
Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And since the All-Star break concluded, here's a view of which teams are leading the league in second chance points. Fourth, Miami.
This team knows how to get it done on the offensive glass. And ever since the break, they've been putting in work and collecting a nice pile of second chance buckets.
Heat leading by 5. Outside Mitchell. Powell against Grant. Adebayo, a screen on Grant. For 3, Powell. Avdia pulls it in. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Outside Holiday. Pass to Kamara. Now Grant. Now here's Holiday. Back to Grant. Launches a 3. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Miami has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Mitchell. Hero outside. Adebayo, a screen on Holiday. Here's Hero. And that's good from 17 feet. Hero's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, Tyler Hero always under control in the mid-range area of the floor.
Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, VA.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Different look for Miami. Bears checked in for Wiggins. Jaquez comes in for Norm Powell. Larson comes in for Mitchell. And here's Avdia. Coming off a 22-point game against Charlotte. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Avdia. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back over to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Larson with the bucket.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Blazers trail by 10. Off the outside. Back to Holiday. Pass to Klingon. And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Murray's checked in for Portland. Sissoko comes in for Grant. Fontecchio's checked in for Miami. Yakachonis comes in for Hero. Five on the clock. Portland moving it around. Here's Holiday. Offensive rebound. Oh, nice shot by Klingon.
Yeah, and Klingon is a gigantic player. He is so difficult to keep off the glass at times.
Pass to Ware. Launches it. Portland with a rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
It seemed like they were forcing shots, and the shooting percentage reflected that.
Well, they just never looked comfortable out there, and part of that is the defense they were facing.
Here's Sissoko. Here's Klingon. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Khalil Ware. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. So for the Blazers, Scoot Henderson's checked in for Avdia. And Love is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Powell, he's checked in for Miami. All right, Legs, you look at the leap the Blazers have taken. What's the biggest factor?
I think it's the fact they've added a lot of defense to their front court, which has really set the tone for their team, and it's an identity they're going to continue to build on.
Talent on the floor and stability in the head coaching position.
Key factors, for sure.
Now here's Henderson. 17 points for him last game against Charlotte. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Miami leading by 5. Pass to Yakachonis. Powell for 3. The shot no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Miami out in front. They lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
And they've also done a really good job scoring off turnovers. Not just pressuring the ball, but cashing those in scoring opportunities.
Murray out there with Williams. Then it's Henderson, and it's Love in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Kept alive. Here's Larson. Some solid defense from Williams.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
Henderson drives in, and that was good. Henderson's got his first basket.
Attacking the hoop. That is Scoot Henderson's bread and butter. Unstoppable when he's going downhill.
Has to wear. Here's Yakachonis. Still no points. Three-pointer. Miami, no good that time either. Portland trailing here. Love passes to Henderson. Back to Love. Williams with the screen. Down low. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. For the Blazers, Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Murray. Kamara comes in for Sissoko, and it's Avdia in for Henderson. And Miami with a change here too. Smith's checked in.
Shooting 2.
That one drops. He ties it up. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And here's Powell. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Where the screen? A deep three. Love grabs the miss. Here are the Blazers with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Kamara. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
And legs the impact of Toumani Kamara. A big reason the Blazers have been ahead of schedule.
Yeah, Brian, he is a classic example of a guy who doesn't need the ball to make a big impact on your team. He does all of the little things that help you win.
A coach's dream, making a name for himself now.
Leaves a lot of skin on the floor.
That free throw misses. And a contract extension for Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups after last season, Tim.
Well, 6 months after he became a Hall of Famer. What a run for him, and he is somebody you root for, a quality person and a basketball lifer.
Clingan, he's checked in for Portland. Miami also changing it up. Adebayo's checked in for Jaquez. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Larson. And Tyler Hero subbed in for Smith. Now Clingan, 11 points for him last game against Charlotte.
And he really helped them control the game on the glass.
For Miami, they've gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Wow, it's good.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
For Portland, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Pass to Clingan. Knocked away. Powell with a steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jeremy Grant began his career as an activity role player, but he's been adding layers. He said at the start, whatever I needed to do to get on the court, whether it was defense, rebounding, blocking shots, I was going to do it. I wanted to see what I was capable of, so I put a lot of work in expanding my role. Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Knocks down the triple.
In this era of the NBA, you just can't let guys have good looks from the three. Pretty much everyone in this league can make you pay.
Now here's Powell. He's got 6. Beyond the arc. Here's Adebayo. It's Adebayo inside.
What separates Adebayo from other bigs in this league is his agility, and that really shows up in pick and roll action.
Grant outside. Outside Kamara. Portland moving it around. Love for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. The Heat with the lead. Wiggins finds Hero. Now Adebayo. Back to Hero. Where the screen. Pass to Adebayo. Where the screen. Just 4 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. The three-pointer off the mark. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. It's Avdia on the wing. Back to Love. The 3 is up. Powell pulls it in. And for the Heat, they're shooting at about 44% so far. 1:14 left in the second period. Wiggins outside, takes a 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Up top, Grant. Now covers. Grant outside to the paint. Here's Clingan. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
For a 7'2" guy like Donovan Clingan, it must be easy to jam it.
For Miami, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Now here's Hero. He's got 5. Inside. Adebayo rocking the rim.
Making sure of it with the 2-man slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Avdia passes to Love. The 3. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Love against Hero. Adebayo, a screen on Love. And Adebayo slams it in.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Miami out in front, up 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm joined by Coach Erik Spoelstra. Spo, what encouraged you from what you saw in the first half?
Well, definitely the pace. You can feel it, you can see it. You know, we were able to turn some of those stops into pitch heads and early attacks, but guys are playing fast and just need to get in a better rhythm.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
At home, this team is pretty stout. Looking at this upcoming stretch, they're probably licking their chops.
Well, we're talking pork chops or lamb chops, or what kind of chops are we talking?
Or chops could mean acumen, being great at what you do. Kind of like you two mutton chops. Moving right along now to the Miami Heat, they find themselves in a close contest at the half.
It's a coach's dream to see the ball whip around the floor like this. They're playing some selfless basketball. It's been a thing of beauty.
Stacking the dimes and buying buckets. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. How about Bam Adebayo? What an impact he's making.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Here's Avdia. And on the floor for Erik Spoelstra starting the second half. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero in a 2-guard. That's good from Holiday on the assist from Grant. Holiday's gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
Seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, you think there's anyone who is truly untouchable about him?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, BA, made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure. Hero against Avdia. Off target from three-point range.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Down low. And stolen by Adebayo. And it's Powell off the drive. The kick out to Wiggins from the arc. It's rebounded by Grant. For Portland, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Stolen by Hero. Here's the break. Adebayo with it. And Kamara picks him up defensively. Adebayo, no good.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
Avdia passes to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Kamara. Over Adebayo. Here's Klingon. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Miami trailing. Powell outside. Back to Mitchell. Miami moving it around. And here's Hero. They still need this. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
At this point, they might need to try something different. Ofer to start the half.
Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Klingen. That one's good for 2. And it's a 4-point Portland lead.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Now here's Wiggins. Back to Hero. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown. Hero's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Tyler Hero is always ready to let it fly. Locked and loaded.
And the athletic platform for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, it is top tier.
Yeah, B.A., it's rare to see him overmatched from a physical standpoint. The #1 overall pick of 2014. He's never been a consistent star, but at his best, he can play with anyone in this league.
Wow, that's good.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here for Portland. Murray comes in for Klingen. And Love is subbed in for Avdia. Miami also changing it up. Ware's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Jaquez comes in for Norm Powell. Larson comes in for Mitchell. .156 left to play in the 3rd. Love finds Holiday. Crosses over. It's tipped. They recover it. Here's Kamara. Ooh, buries it despite the hack. Terrific play. He'll have a chance for one more now. That's on Khalil Ware. Portland shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Yakachonis is checked in for Miami.
At the line for 1, Kamara.
You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel at any sport. You agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
Outside Love. Now here's Holiday. He's guarded closely. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Holiday's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's such a gritty player. Holiday fights for 2 there inside.
Pass to Ware. And here's Hero. Ware, the screen. The 3 is up. And the Heat, another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Kamara. pass to Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Love against Hero.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Trailblazers. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home, and that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, Grant from downtown. Larson with a rebound. Here's Hero. And Miami again with the bucket.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. Miami out in front. They lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Once we get the rebound, get okay? What you're doing right now is you're making them have to defend.
And Coach Spo, defense. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Denny Avdia. He's out there with Henderson. And it's Sissoko in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Miami moving it around. Larson, no good.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Avdia against Powell. Outside Murray. Nails it from 3. Murray's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Avdia with a steal. To the inside. Henderson scanning the floor. Steps back. 6 to shoot. He tries for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Yakachonis. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. The rebound by Sissoko. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Henderson. And he drives in. Outside Murray. Picked by Murray. Avdia passes to Murray. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. Jaquez up top, defended by Murray. Pass to Yakachonis. Ware, the screen. Lets it go from deep. A shot by Yakachonis, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Henderson. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any three they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Mitchell finds Adebayo. Now Powell. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. To end the drought. And he can't get that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday.
They've been winning the rebound battle today. Another big board right there.
Klingin inside. He's guarded by Hero. Another shot. And there's the layup. Good.
Coming out of the half, making a commitment to the offensive boards has proven successful.
Adebayo outside. Puts up the tray. Holiday with the rebound.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Here's Grant. The 11-footer. Ooh, the shot misses.
That is a missed opportunity. He'd love to have that one back.
Now Hero. Grant with a steal. There's a minute 54 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Klingin with the ball. Wiggins on it. Fires the three. Cash from downtown.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingin. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Hero! Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Apia. Holiday with the ball. Apia outside. The three is in.
Yeah, nice kick out by Holiday. He's just so professional in everything he does.
Heat trail by 11. Hero outside. Driving to the basket. And a one-handed slam.
Ooh, like an artist getting creative in the air. He can finish above the rim in a lot of ways, and they're all fun.
Outside Holiday. And he nails it.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Trailblazers.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
And when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
They were well prepared coming in and showed a real competitive streak.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Donovan Clingan.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Wiggins with a rebound. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And we present the player of the game, Donovan Clingan.
I'm chewing, I don't know nothing.